There are many stories and experiences concerning meditation practice. All big disasters are destined. Whether you say I'm superstitious or rational, my belief has been verified by my experiences over decades. I'm also studying and learning this daily. I can see events that will happen in a person's future. When the day comes, these things will inevitably happen to that person. It's even the same for one's lifespan. Big disasters, such as car accidents, huge business losses that damage you greatly. And either being cheated or investing unwisely, are all destined to happen. That's why Buddhists want to plant fields of merit, accumulate merit and virtue. Do good deeds, and help more people. If we cheat others, someday we will be cheated. We may have killed others, but we don't want to be killed. That's unfair. You killed him, so he should kill you. He might not kill you, but you will have cancer, or become mentally ill. Isn't it fair? When we have illnesses, we wonder why. Some say, my mom is a good person. She's very kind to us. Why does she have cancer? Their mother is nice to them, but is she nice to others as well? In this life, ignoring previous ones, we've done many harmful things to others. Often we're unaware of the harm we cause. It's not as if you're holding a knife and stabbing a person you're stepping on. You think that's killing, right? Isn't it a killing that you upset someone so much that he dies? You steal others' food and feed your own children. You are a good mother by feeding your children well, but the other's child starved to death. Are you still a good mother? Merits, causing and receiving harm, illnesses, and disasters are all related. Perpetrators will be harmed eventually. Killers will eventually be killed. So, don't harm. Buddhists learn not to harm. The Buddhist view is that all is created by one's mind. Greed is the source of all desires and harm. Conning, robbing, and stealing all arise from greed. When we talk about our misfortunes, everyone feels pity. We're all sympathetic, right? Why is it a different story to the king of hell? A 7-year-old died and came to the king of hell. He protested, I'm just 7. It was so hard for my parents to raise me. My dad worked so hard to support me that he got lower back pain. My mother became ugly. All the family money was used to feed me. So much effort to raise me, and then I died at 7. It's so unfair. Then the king of hell replayed a film. See how many 7-year-olds died because of you? Is it still unfair that you died just once? You still have 100 times to die at 7. Your parents are your accomplices, helping you to murder them. If we saw this, we wouldn't feel wronged. Thus, we advocate compassion, and treat people with kindness. This is a macro view, a Buddhist concept, and a metaphysical view of nature. Causality and retribution aren't made up. They are natural laws. Try an experiment. If you're nice to people close to you, how will they treat you? Nicely. Now try this. Say, you don't believe in causality. First, you're nice to your sibling. Now scold your brother instead. What will happen? If he's hot-tempered, he might beat you. If he's the same as you, he'll scold you in return. He may not talk to you for life. This test comes with a serious cost. Very miserable. Causality isn't a religious legend, but a natural law. If we want to reduce disasters and illnesses, or if we already have illnesses or disasters and hope to eliminate them, what should we do? Learn to be compassionate. We must. To do it, we have a starting point. We show our sympathy or empathy, as practiced by the Taiwanese. If a pitiful story is told, you shed tears. It shows you have empathy. This is good. It's a strong foundation. Then you start to act, right? If a monk is kneeling down on the street, give him some money. If I have money on me, I always give some. Some think that the monk eats better or is richer than them. Don't think this way. What you aspire to give is for all the sentient beings, Buddhas, and your conscience. He may be the manifestation of Guanyin Bodhisattva to help you and give you a chance to correct yourself. Don't inspect others. You aren't a detective or cop. Do more good deeds. It's better to fail trying to do good than to do nothing. Doing more good deeds brings immeasurable merit and virtue. Don't avoid doing good deeds no matter how small. Don't do bad deeds, however trivial. Don't think of your bad deeds as small. Stealing a pencil is stealing. All stealing behaviors and thoughts are stealing. Regardless of big or small, its nature is the same. Only the degree of sin varies. Only by learning this natural law can we truly preserve our health. You are used to killing and kill all living things you catch. Can you live long? No. A fellow practitioner's father was a chicken butcher in Hong Kong. He had a factory. 20 years ago, the money he made by killing chickens daily could buy an apartment. That's lots of money, right? At least several $100,000. 20 years ago, he could earn this in a day. Do you know how rich he was? His child, my disciple, told me, in his 60s, his family was penniless. His father wasted it all, whoring, gambling, and taking drugs. He was penniless and chased by debt collectors. None of his family died naturally. All died of unnatural causes. He killed countless chickens. This fellow practitioner has already passed. You may think he's been to the other shore. As he was dying, he was peaceful. Our fellow practitioners went to see him and chanted for him. He practiced for 2 or 3 years at Bodhi. He learned many truths and knew to repent and light candles for his father, ancestors, and all harmed beings. He did lots of work to make up for and pay the debts. When he died, he had liver cancer that got into the bones. However, he had pain for only a few days. In the month before his death, he was peaceful and at ease, without pain. When he died, his entire body was very soft. It's not easy to have such peace at death. He corrected his mistakes while practicing Buddhadharma. Thus, if we want to be healthy and truly have no disasters and afflictions, we must have compassion and do more good deeds. This is even more important than having a healthy diet. This is most important. The practitioner talked about how her husband was conned in business. Family disasters like this are destined. If it happens to you, don't be angry with me. What I've said is the truth. If you know this truth, and you plant more blessing fields and do more good deeds, when you do business, money will come to you even if you don't work hard. Don't think that all the money is in the hands of clever people. Lots of money in the world is in the hands of simple-minded people. They don't know how to do business, only how to take care of money. People who are good at calculating can't keep money. Like pushing the beads of an abacus, money has gone to others and none comes to them. So, calculating people are less fortunate than the blessed. How do the blessings come? From accumulating merits. Money finds the blessed. People earning money don't need to think. You may think this is a myth. What do we need in order to make money? Those using their brain to make money should have blessings and merit. Without merit, they can't succeed. Most prisoners are smart. Only a few were wrongfully convicted. Many mafia members are smart. Are those who can open safes slow-witted? Those who cheat people over the phone have high intelligence. 2 director-level practitioners told me, I'm going to become rich. I won prizes. Someone called me from Hong Kong that I'd won $200,000 or $100,000. I said, congratulations. You've become rich mentally. I'll donate all the money to the center. I said, okay. But you can't get a penny. He was stubborn, a Shandongese. Master, I don't believe it. I do good deeds, why do I still meet conmen? I helped him investigate the case. I, the master, have many roles. I'm also a detective. These fake giant companies, Hong Kong banks and their websites, were made to look like real ones. They couldn't stand me constantly calling them. I called the general manager at midnight. He isn't here. Now it's midnight. He has an appointment with me at this time. The con man didn't know what promises others had made. He said, please don't call anymore. We're not the bank. He was desperate. The real bank has no real person on duty to answer calls at that time. This practitioner didn't think it was a con. I detected it in the end. He had to accept the truth. Winning a prize, we should get money. In fact, we need first pay a sum, which he didn't. Many have won such prizes, right? From your expression, I also won it. Winning the prize is a bit different from getting fatally shot. Winning the prize means you got cheated badly. Later you will be embarrassed to speak about it, feeling ignorant, right? Among Chinese, these cons are developed and carried out internationally. The cheaters will be jailed eventually. Many of them are intelligent people, such as IT and computer technicians. A few days ago, someone cheated the first bank in Taiwan. This was a foreigner. He didn't have to go there. Money just ran out so easily, right? I guess this boss is very uncomfortable in jail. He committed theft, right? If you do wrong at home, an apology can let you go, but he committed a crime and had no way to correct it. In some countries, his hands would be cut off. In Taiwan, this can't happen, right? It's possible for him to be jailed for 10 or 20 years. To a prisoner, 1 year is like 20 years. A day is like a year. It could be worse. It's very hard. I'm destined to teach in depth today. Originally, I made it convenient for the public to practice Dharma for health and longevity. I didn't talk about religion, so that you wouldn't have mental obstacles. However, if you know religion, it'll greatly help you gain mental and physical health sooner. If you want better results, do one more thing. I'm not sure how many people can accept this. To recover sooner, you need a method that may be religious. It's repenting. Let's not mention past lives. Some believe in this and others don't. Believers usually can't remember their past lives. Disbelievers have no evidence to disprove reincarnation. It's ambiguous. We may only recall this lifetime. You also don't know how many harmful things your parents or grandparents did. How many harmful things have you done in this lifetime? Some can remember, some can't. Suppose that you did many bad things. You won't deny your bad behaviors and will take the consequences. We just repent. I've taught many people to repent. I didn't see which Pure Land they went to, but in this lifetime, they gained a new life. Many recovered their health automatically. Many mental illnesses were healed as well. These recoveries are all achieved by repenting. All religions have an element of repenting. We repent for our wrongdoings and the harm we caused. Many fellow practitioners say they don't remember the bad things they've done. The youngest practitioners, age 5 or 7, say, "Master, I don't really remember what bad things I did. I just broke my milk bottle. This can't be a sin." I say, it's not. But suppose your parents or grandparents did some bad, wrong, and harmful things. You should repent for them. This is good for them and you. A reminder for you. In my past practice, when I reached a certain level and wanted to elevate, I was stuck and couldn't move up. When we get stuck, we feel like we're crazy. No way out. We suffer so much, feeling suffocated. I couldn't surmount the obstacle for over 2 years. Later, in a dream, Guanyin Bodhisattva said, "Whenever you can't overcome obstacles, repent. You'll surely find your bright path." She conveyed this message to me, but not like a human speaking. At midnight, I suddenly woke up. Right away I knelt on the bed to repent. Actually, I felt I hadn't done many bad deeds. I took all the bad deeds I'd heard of as my own. I repented for them. I wished all the people I'd harmed a good life and passage to a pure land. I was responsible for all the wrongdoings of my ancestors. May they suffer no more in hell. I wished all the people my ancestors and I had harmed auspiciousness and peace. I'll repay the debts in all my lives. I admitted my wrongdoings and repented for them. After repenting, you usually don't repeat your mistakes. By repenting for over a month, I overcame the obstacle in my practice. Otherwise, normal meditations don't help us. However, repenting is tremendously effective. Repenting can eliminate much of our negative karma. Originally, retributions could occur, but they disappear, are reduced, or become nil. Our negative karma dictates we will have a car accident. However, we won't die from this accident. Death would be better than suffering. Instead, you live in bed for 30 years before death. Who wants this result? Raise your hand. I would really admire you if you dared to raise your hand. That's real suffering. However, when the destined date comes, the accident still happens, but the driver remains intact. There are many fellow practitioners following me to practice. I've told some of them, in 3 years, you may have a car accident. Be careful. Do more good deeds. I keep reminding them. Some are karmically connected. They accepted my words. They believed in me, and followed me to do good deeds and help others. These people are from all walks of life. Some didn't have to work. Who are they? Successful people, right? Some women's husbands are bosses or high officials. Some are housewives who employ several maids. Coming here to the kitchen, they wash vegetables and cook for others. Though they are elites, they clean the toilets in the center. I said, if you want to have a pure, illuminated, and easeful body, clean the toilets. This is what practitioners should do. They benefit more from doing so. It's not that the environment of this activity is good, but this activity eliminates our negative karma. When serving others, we cancel out our negative karma. Repenting allows us to obtain health and beauty. Hamburger waists turn to slim ones. When we practice repenting diligently, big troubles you think no one can help resolve will disappear without reason. Got it? Wishing everyone a bumper harvest of benefits. Got it? Thank you, all.